Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Today I'm going to be doing a first impressions video on a bunch of new drugstore products that I showed in my haul. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Okay, so we're going to start off with the face, and I'm going to use this e.l.f. Luminous Matte Primer. It looks like this, and ooh, it's like a little greasy feeling the first squeeze out, but it's kind of thick too. Just press it in. So the primer is on, and then for foundation, I'm going to be using the new Dream Cushion from Maybelline. And so it looks like this, and then this little thing opens up like so, and then your product is right there, and you do get like a little sponge with it. So let's just go ahead and try. I feel like this is, just right off the bat, I feel like this is more full coverage than the L'Oreal one was. Alright, so foundation is done. It has a nice coverage. I am just going to take a little like stippling brush though and kind of blend over the nose, because it is kind of hard to get that sponge like in the little nooks and crannies. It does have a smell, and I don't know what exactly it smells like, but it has a strong scent to it for sure. But it does have some nice coverage. Okay, and then for concealer, I'm going to be trying the new Milani Retouch and Erase. Okay, so I was going to use my Brightening Peach from Pixie, but I decided not to because I really want to see how this Milani Retouch and Erase can color correct, because on the packaging it did say that it would color correct with light reflecting technology. So I want to know how well this is going to cover. So I just squeezed a little up. Okay, so it does say on the packaging that you can blend it out with that little ball sponge tip, but it has too much product on it to really blend. So I'm going to go in with this new concealer sponge from L'Oreal. I did wet this one, and it has just a really nice, like super flat edge right here that's nice and long, and then it does have like a little, it's cut really bluntly at the top. So I'm going to take this side right here, which this feels really soft. I like the way that feels. And I'm just going to blend out the under eyes. I like the cut of this sponge a lot. It can get like under the eye really quickly. Okay, one thing I will say is that primer did not minimize my pores at all. Normally I use like my Catrice primers or something like that right there. Yeah, and this has not minimized the appearance of my pores whatsoever. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my Coty Airspun powder. This is not new. And I'm just going to set the under eyes. Now it does say that this concealer will not settle into fine lines or anything like that, but to be honest, it's really hard for me to find a concealer that doesn't do that. So, and this one kind of already started to without me setting it. Okay, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of this powder on a big brush and just kind of set the face. Okay, so that's it for foundation and concealer. Now for contouring and like bronzer, I am going to use the new Jordana Sculpt and Glow Creamy Contour Stick in the shade Light. I know I just put powder on, but it's not that big of a deal. Okay, so I'm just going to draw just like a really cool toned contour shade. So I don't want to do anything crazy. And then I am going to take my L'Oreal contour blender. Now this one I did not wet because of how stiff it is. I feel like it's almost meant to be stiff to kind of blend out the contour. Now I don't know if it's like the blender or the product, but I'm not loving, not loving this. Okay, let's try to blend this out with a little stippling brush and see how this goes. I like that better than that, I think. Right? It's been a really long time since I've done like a strong contour, so I might just not be used to it. I don't know. Maybe this contour stick is just not the right tone because it's looking a little muddy. Maybe if I just blend it out a little bit more. I don't know. I'm gonna take this foundation sponge again with no extra product on it and just kind of press it over the contour. Maybe it'll help it blend in a little bit more. Okay, well, I think that's as good as it's gonna get for right now. I wanna see how this is on my hand and see if I can blend it. On my hand, it blends really well, so maybe it was the powder before the contour that screwed it up. I don't know. Anyways, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of my Revlon Kiss Balm Tropical Coconut on. I love this one so much. It's like a great thing to wear when you're doing your makeup. Okay. So then I am going to do some blush, and I'm going to be using the new L'Oreal Infallible Paints little blush palette here. These I swatched in my new drugstore haul video, and they were real pigmented, so I'm really excited. I'm going to get rid of that brush, though, because it's kind of cheap looking and feeling. I think I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's just like a neutrally pink. I just am going in really lightly because I don't want to put like too much on. This is blending really nice though. Okay, it's a really pretty blush. I'm just going to take my powder brush again though and just sort of run over it with a little blended and toned down. Okay, so now I forgot highlight. Okay, I'm using the new HD highlighting powder from e.l.f. in the shade Starlight Glow. Looks like this. Let's see, I'm taking my Up and Up blush brush. I love to use this for highlight. Ooh, that packed a punch that I was not expecting. but it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh, this highlight is so pretty. Do you guys see that? Let me see. Can you see that glow? Really pretty. And I'm only like going like this. Like I'm not scraping the highlight at all to kind of, you know, to make it come off or anything onto the brush. Just making myself glow all over today. And you know, my pores look huge today because I don't have a pore minimizing primer on, but I don't really care. That's a gorgeous highlight. All right, let's not get carried away because I have oily skin already, so that'll just be a mess. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows off camera. I'm not using anything new for that, so I just figured I would do it off camera, and I will be right back to do the eyes. Okay, the brows are done. So now we are going to move on to eyeshadow, and I am using the new Maybelline 24K Nudes palette. I did mention in my drugstore haul that like I've never tried a Maybelline eyeshadow palette before, so I'm really excited to play with this one. I'm going to do one eye with primer and then one eye without primer to kind of see how it compares. So I'm using my NYX HD Proof It primer on this eye. And then I normally set my eyeshadow with the e.l.f. Makeup Lock and Seal, and that really can make any eyeshadow stay, to be honest with you. Like the easiest creased eyeshadow will stay with that. But I'm not going to use that today, just to kind of see how things will go. So, okay, this is what, oh God. Oh, it's not even open. So this is what the palette looks like, and you do get a sponge applicator. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with this matte cream shade right here, right there, and just kind of put this all over the eye to kind of make everything nice and even. Okay, and you don't really get like a nice matte transition shade in this palette. So I'm gonna take, oh my gosh, I'm dropping everything. So I'm gonna take the shade that I just used, like that matte cream, and then this dark brown color, and just kind of mix those together, do like a lot of the cream and a little hint of the brown, and just kind of throw that into the crease. I wish there was a more like matte mid-tone color in this palette, but that's what's nice about eyeshadows, is you can mix. So, gonna make any shade you want. Okay, so that is it for the crease at this point. I think I'm gonna go in with this really pretty like rose gold champagne shimmer color over here for all over the lid. I'm just gonna use my Sonia Cash Oak number 106 brush. Just like a flat shader brush. These are a little powdery, but I would almost rather have that than like stiffness, so. This is like a really barely there shimmer color. I feel like it definitely pops more with a primer on. I'm like really needing to like pack this on to get the desired look. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna go in with just that matte brown that we used for the transition shade. And I'm gonna take that on my Sonia Cash Oak 109 brush. This is a really deep, cool toned brown. And just sort of do like a little bit of the outer corner, but also just into the crease. Okay, now I'm just gonna take a clean brush and sort of buff all that out. It's pretty. It's really just like a natural, like, look. Let's swatch some of these and play. I want to swatch this purple. Ooh, that's pretty. That purple has like some shimmer in it. Let's do this like greenish gold color. Oh, that one's really soft. Love that shade right there. Really pretty. Let's see the matte black. Ooh. That's really good. I want to see how this sparkly one is. These are really nice. So like that's the matte black. Like that's really pretty. Yeah, I'm liking these. Okay, moving on back to the actual eye look. I'm going to just take like a little pencil brush from Eco Tools and just that matte brown that we used really lightly and just sort of really lightly throw that on the lower lash line. All right, well that turned out a little bit more smoky than I was intending. So I'm going to kind of wipe off that brush and take that cream shade that we used. And just lightly kind of. Okay, and for highlight, I'm going to take this white color right here. It's like a shimmery white kind of color. Okay, so I just went ahead and did my liner and mascara off camera and finish off this look with the lips. And I am going to be using the Baby Lips Color Bomb Crayon in Toasted Taupe. So let's see how this will go. I'm just going to wipe off my lip balm that I had on because this is kind of like a balmy thing. Oh, this is really pigmented. Really pigmented, but it's really nude. It's really smooth though. It feels really good. I could just go like all day. Feels a little thick, but it's pretty. I like it. It's a little, let me just kind of, probably should have used a lip liner with it because I'm looking a little like, but it's really pretty. I like it a lot. I love the way it feels. It's so like creamy. And it has a lot of shine. I'm very like nude glowy today. Okay, and then the last thing I'm going to try is this Milani Make It Last setting spray. It's a 16-hour wear. Hold bottle 8 to 10 inches away from the face and spray in zigzag formation. So I love this packaging. I don't know why, but I like it. So, okay. It has a really fine mist and it smells like, it just smells nice. It doesn't smell too much, but it just has a nice scent to it, but it doesn't like linger. It's not like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like you're like coughing because you could like eat the scent. It's just like a nice light scent. I really liked that mist. It was really nice and like very fine mist. And I don't see any like droplets on my face or anything. So, okay, so for right now, this is it. I'm going to be checking in with you guys throughout the day to let you guys know how this stuff is wearing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching me get ready, and I will see you guys in a little bit with the first check-in. Hey guys, okay, so I kind of lost track of time today, and it is now around like 6:30, and I'm doing this check-in. So my makeup has been on for probably around like 8:30 or 9 this morning. So it's been on for a really long time. The side of eyeshadow with the primer is still looking good. This isn't looking bad. There's not a lot of creasing, but there is a lot of fading. So I definitely recommend wearing a primer, but I always wear a primer. So I would say that this is like a pretty good eyeshadow palette. It's not the best eyeshadow palette I've ever used. Personally, I probably like the CoverGirl eyeshadow palettes better. I just feel like those shadows are a little bit softer. So I don't know. I would probably get a CoverGirl palette over this one. But with a primer, the color did last pretty well. As far as the face goes, I haven't touched up at all. Like I said, I kind of got lost track. I lost track of time. My sisters were over. We were baking and all that stuff for the holidays. So, yeah, I kind of lost track of time. So I'm pretty oily, but honestly, like not terrible. The highlight is still really pretty. The highlight from e.l.f. is gorgeous. Like so pretty. The contour is, you know, looking okay. The concealer, I didn't really like correct my dark circles. I would probably still use my Pixie Brightening Peach for that. And it is a little creased, but to be honest, that happens with any concealer. So I don't think I hate this concealer. I'm not sure I'm in love with it. I am going to play it with it a little bit more. The primer, you know, I don't really know what kind of is making my makeup last a long time. If it's the primer, if it's the foundation, or if it's the setting spray. I think this is a really good like little trio though. I will say that this primer does not minimize the appearance of my pores. So that is something I'm not a huge fan of. I usually kind of gravitate more towards a pore refining primer, especially in this area. But honestly, I haven't really noticed my makeup breaking up that badly. So it could be the primer. This foundation, honestly pretty good. I don't notice any kind of like wear. I mean, there's obviously like a little wear and tear here and there, but nothing like crazy. And it does feel really light and nice on the skin. And then the setting spray, I really enjoyed it. I think it did help my makeup. I'm assuming that that did play a part. I love the packaging. The mist was really nice. So I'm excited to play with this a little bit more. And then as for the lips, the whole Baby Lips color crayon, really liked it. It was really smooth going on. It was very like buttery. It had a nice shine. It's very low maintenance. Obviously, this isn't a long wearing product, so it wore off after I ate and drank, although not as quickly as I thought. It definitely did not wear off, let's say, as much like just as like a regular lip balm would. You know, it did take a little bit for it to wear off, but I really liked the shade, and I do want to put on this one. This is Blush Burst. So I'm going to put on this one and see what it looks like. That's pretty. It's more of like a coral pink type of color. Yeah, so I'm pretty oily right now, but overall, I'm really happy with all these makeup things. Like I said, the eyeshadows are not my favorite. Oh, and the blush. The blush I feel like has held up pretty well. It had really good pigmentation and it was a very natural color, but I can still see it. So that's a huge plus for me. So yeah, I'm really excited about all these things. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be doing in-depth reviews on other products that I am trying out, but I just kind of thought it was fun to do, you know, full face first impressions type of thing. So that is it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you guys on my next one. Bye.